right, so welcome everyone to our September, I can't even believe it's September, virtual team meeting. So I'm excited to see lots and lots of faces, and there's still people joining in. So welcome, and I would like to start this meeting with just like 5 minutes of good news. So if you are ready to share some good news, whether it's anything you did to work your business, whether you tried out something new, whether you're excited about the new products, what is some good news that you would like to share that happened to you recently? And you just simply, either if you're on the phone, you hit *6, and if you're on the computer, you just bottom left, you unmute yourself. So who wants to go? Volunteers, somebody's got to have good news.
My September still looks rough, but my October is already booked, almost full. I already have 9 events booked for October.
Wow.
But I need to keep filling my September.
That's awesome. Good job. Yeah. But that feels good. And, you know, eventually that's the goal, is to have next month already filled.
Exactly.
Yeah. Awesome. Good job. Who else?
Does the good news have to be about yourself?
No, go ahead, Denise, and then we'll do Lisa.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to say congratulations to John for rocking his first 30 days. He got his 1250 in. Woo woo!
Yay, awesome.
And he earned his free winter product.
Awesome. And John is one of our next directors. So
Yay!
Director in the making. Awesome. Lisa, what about you?
I got 6 parties scheduled for this month.
Nice. Awesome.
So last month, Lori knows that I scared her to death. In the 11th hour, it came through with her promotion. That's her like yay moment, right? But
Yay.
This month I feel like I'm back in the game, and so I have myself scheduled, and so I feel good about that.
Yeah, and you said it right. You know, any month when anyone goes for promotion, we're up very late until the last day of the month. So if anyone ever wants to go for promotion, I'll warn you right now. So John, please have no plans on September 30th at 10.
I was texting her numbers of our team at like 10:30 at night. Okay, where are you guys at with that?
Yeah. Awesome. Good job. Who else got good news?
Well, I'll go. Right now I have a virtual party going on for Kids in the Kitchen, and it's going very well. A lot of guests are actually participating. That is the first really for me, and it's really good. And I've got 2 orders so far. I have an event coming up this weekend, and then I have another one, I think, in October sometime. But so far, everything's going pretty smoothly. Not making as much as I hope to, but it's getting there.
Okay. Yeah. So I've never heard of a Kids in the Kitchen virtual party. That sounds very interesting. So I would love for you to share some more information afterwards on our team page and tell us how you set it up. That'd be awesome.
Definitely.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, cool. Yeah. Anyone else want to share some good news? So whoever is 912 on the phone, you just want to go ahead and click *6 to unmute, to mute yourself, okay? And then you can hit *6 to unmute. All right, anyone else before we get started?
Come on, Lori, seriously, share.
I know, she's got a whole section in this meeting. She's waiting for her moment. All right, anyone else? All righty, okay. So we're gonna start with team recognition to recognize the whole Bazaar Bullet Train organization. And I'm going to try and share my screen. Maybe not.
Why isn't that one?
You cannot minimize. No, okay. So I'll play with that in a minute. But anyway, so congratulations to all of you. So all of you together as a team for the month of August, we sold $54,000 in Pampered Chef. So congratulations to all of you. Everyone contributed, and that's a lot of specialists, right? And together we added 10 new team members to our organization, okay? So who was active with at least $150 in sales last month? So wave, shake, whatever. I want to see lots of yay, awesome. So congratulations. And remember that we just launched our new incentive. So if you're green, which means $150 in sales by the 15th of September, you're going to get a fun postcard from your director that you can start collecting. So I would like to see if there's anyone that recruited last month that has their new consultant on. Or if the new consultant is not on, maybe just share, you know, who that person is and how you got her on your team. So do we have any recruiters that recruited last month? Troy, go ahead. Can't hear you. You're unmuted, but I still can't hear you. I can see your lips move. So we'll have Lisa go, and then Troy, while you figure that out. Lisa, go ahead. Lisa looks frozen too. All right, John, it's your turn. You recruited, right?
My recruit was in July.
Okay, I was like, someone is talking. I was like, nobody's responding.
My recruit was recruited in July.
Okay.
She didn't really get active though until August, so she just now got active.
Okay, so tell us a little bit who it was and how you presented the opportunity.
Well, it was kind of funny. She and I signed up at the same time, kind of. Donise was doing a party for my wife.
Okay.
And she is my wife's cousin. So I signed up, and then she signed up right up underneath me. So it was kind of a bam, bam kind of deal.
Good. Bam, bam. Knock it out, right? Awesome. All right. Lisa or Troy? Whoever. No, Troy, we can't hear you.
No.
Okay. Yes, I can hear you now. Lisa.
Okay. July was Sherry and August was Susie. And with Susie, she was a party that I did, an online party I did a while back off of a fundraiser that I did. And then she was involved in another party with me through her sister-in-law. And while we were going through this, she kept placing orders. And I said, Susie, with the money that you're spending on orders, why aren't you just getting a kit and making money off of this? But she's already in a different direct sales company.
Okay.
And so I said, if nothing else and you decide it doesn't work for you, I said, it's interestingly, the company you work for is a niche market anyway. Like not everybody does what you're selling, but everyone has to eat. And so after 30 days, if you decide that you don't want to do this, you have, at least $600 in products that you get to keep. And so apparently it was my persistence. But she's the one that's in the hospital, but already green for the month. So
okay, good, awesome. And 2, that's that's awesome. Okay, so do we have anyone else on that recruited last month that wants to share? No? Okay. All right. And we had some more people joining us. So welcome. All right. So I would like to congratulate our big promotion that we had last month and congratulate our new advanced director, Lori Bedwell, to her promotion for her and her team. So we are so, so proud of Lori. And, Lori has definitely gone from 0 to 200. So from, you can do my launch party, but I don't want to do any shows, from give me all the cooking shows I can have. Okay. So I'm hoping that she'll share that here in a second in her story a little bit. But, sometimes you never know. Sometimes, like Lisa said, sometimes people just join for discounts and you never know, maybe then the holiday season comes around and they realize they could actually use a couple extra $100 and they have that Pampered Chef business sitting there and they decide to use it, right? So I would like to invite Lori to, share a little bit about her story and when she decided to go for more. So, Lori, you're up.
All right. Well, can you hear me first of all?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So it started about probably about 5 or 6 months after I joined. I recruited a couple of people and I was consistently doing, I think probably around $2,500 worth of sales, something like that. I was in Korea. I was doing lots of freezer mill workshops. And I originally joined, like she said, I didn't want anything to do with the business itself. But I originally joined because my daughter has Hashimoto's disease and we had to change the way we eat. So we removed gluten and dairy and soy and like just about everything from her diet. And I just needed an easy way to be able to do that. I used to start at about 2:30 to start prepping my meals to get them done by 5 or 6 whenever my husband would get home. And people were having Pampered Chef parties, so I came and I booked one. And then in between, I went ahead and signed up. And then about 5 or 6 months later, I was loving doing the freezer mill workshops. I love helping people, eat healthier and have solutions for dinner. But anyways, I had recruited, I think 2 people in September. And Claudia was like, you can promote pretty easily. And so neither one of them submitted a show in September. And so in October, I ended up recruiting 3 more people and I promoted to director. And then I got the box of goodies that you get as a director. I was like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. So when I came back to the States, after leaving Korea, I lost my directorship for I think a month or 2. And then I re-promoted, thank goodness. And then, I was just establishing my business here in Alabama. And then Terry promoted and it was like, oh my gosh, now I need to get on the ball. I kind of went through a slump. I think we all do. And it wasn't the slump in the business because of externals. It was me, myself. I was just like, I don't know. I wasn't motivated. But Terry promoted and I was so excited for her. I just love her to pieces. She's such a great person. I love all of my team members. All of my team is great, but she promoted and I got really scared. I thought, oh my gosh, I can't hold directorship on my own. And then my little team, was able to do it. And then I just wanted to do the advanced thing. I was like, I can do this. I came close a couple of months without even realizing it. I think one month, I think I was only 800 away, something like that. And I know there was one month I was 1,400 away and I'm like, oh my gosh, if I would have planned for this, I could have done it. And so I just started planning for August and I had some shows in July that I held over to August and it started happening. And then towards the middle of the month, it kind of had a lull. My parties, canceled and nobody was submitting orders. And I was like, okay, well, it doesn't look like it's going to happen. And then 2 days, I kid you not, 2 days before the end of the month, Claudia's like, you're about $2,000 away. I'm like, what? I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't do this again. So, we talked and she figured out a plan for me and I just executed it. So if you want more out of this business, you have to listen to Claudia. She will come up with a plan for you and all you have to do is execute. I'm not great at coming up with things, but I'm great at following directions sometimes. Not always, but sometimes when I really want it, when I really decide. But you have to decide that you want it. Anyways, we came up with a plan. I gave 30% off, which that was a lot. I had to borrow some money from my husband to pay their 30% off. But I had people ordering from Korea and Japan and, all over the place. And, my team just came together. Terry, like, I think it was, I don't know, whenever she posted that she was green on the 31st, I was like, okay, that was one thing down. Now, you know, we need to make sure all the other pieces come together. And it's like, you know, 10:30, I submitted my party, Lisa submitted hers, and I was waiting for the numbers to update, and I'm like, you know what, I'm just too tired, I'm going to bed. I'm like, I know that it happened, and so, you know, I woke up the next morning and it was done, yay. So but I really love being a mentor to people, to Terry, to Lisa, to Amber. One of my passions is helping people, you know, eat healthier, because with diseases out there, you can put them in remission by choosing to eat differently. And so what better way than to recruit people? So I kind of flipped the switch in my mind about recruiting, not so much for me, but for them. So, you know, what better way to have someone change the way they eat than to become a Pamper Chef consultant and start making these recipes for their family. So, but you just kind of have to flip that switch. You have to quit thinking that it's all about you, and you have to remember that it's all about them. Whether it be your team or the next person you recruit. And then honestly, just listening to Claudia, that was what did it for me. But it's really exciting. I'm very excited. And I'm putting some plans into place for my team to be a better leader for sure. I feel the pressure now. I'm like, oh, upper level. I've got to be better. So, you know, I'm working on those things to be better for my team for sure.
Awesome. So thank you so much for sharing. And like I said earlier, if, you know, when I recruited Lori, when Lori joined, she didn't want nothing. She just wanted the discount. She already had a party scheduled. She's like, you can take all the bookings. I don't want to do that. But then when she heard about freezer meals and how she could help people, you know, eat more at home, that was her thing, and that's what got her started. So, you know, I encourage all of you to, you know, not prejudge anyone. And maybe you don't, you know, maybe you don't want to recruit, and that's okay. But, and we would, you know, if you have someone though that you might think, you know what, they could really benefit from Pampered Chef, or, you know, recipes, or, you know, making extra money, and maybe you don't want to train him, that's fine. You know, just let your director know, and we will take that load off of you and help you, you know, train them and everything. So with that being said, I finally figured out how to share my screen, I think, hopefully. So let me know if you see the director benefits. So if you are slightly curious about directorship and what that means, it's actually not as scary as it sounds, or as it may sound. But here are some benefits. So if you're looking for more, if you're looking to work smarter, not harder, if you're looking to bring in more income for you and your family, if you're looking to get lots of free products. So when Lori said, you know, she got the goodie box, that means that she just got all the new fall products for free, showing up at her door for being a director. Okay, they show up every 6 months. It's like Christmas. And another big perk of when you promote to director is $250 Pampered Chef dollars deposited into your account to buy whatever it is that you want. That's a good chunk. And then on this chart, there's lots and lots of other things. So if you are interested in just having an informational call and maybe thinking about, you know, building a team and wanting to, you know, have some extra money, then just reach out to me or reach out to your director, and we can definitely help you in that department. And
let me say one more thing real quick. You don't have to be a great leader to become a director, and it's a lot easier than you think it is. You will learn along the way, and Claudia is there to help you, you know, help you through the beginning points, you know, until you become that leader that you need to be. So anyways.
Yeah, no, I mean, we are all learning as we go. And for some of you that are new, you know, we did just recently promote as well. And I'm learning just alongside you guys. Okay. So that's what we do. We learn as we go, and we have leaders that teach us what to do, and we teach others what to do. And that's just how it goes. And you can't know everything until you're there, until you have to figure it out, right? Like Lori said.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh,
Yay,
okay.
Jess here. Hi. Go ahead.
So The other thing that Claudia has done really well is made herself duplicatable. So what I mean by that is the things that that Lori was sharing that Claudia has done, she's teaching us how to do. And so, like, for instance, if your director, if you're, let's say, on Karen's team or Lori's team, she's teaching us as leaders how to do exactly what she did. So I don't want anyone to feel like, well, if you're doing your check-in calls with Lori or with me or with Karen, Claudia's given us the roadmap, and we are doing the exact same things with you guys as she has done with us. And if you would like to reach out to her, she's always open. But I just want to make sure that you guys know that that whether you're talking to her or you're talking to your director or an upper level director, you're getting the same plan and you're getting the same benefits of experience.
Thanks for sharing that. All right, so before we go on to our training segment, I did want to show you guys our vision board, and I hope you can see it. I need to make like a virtual one. But so this is our, can you guys still hear me? Okay. This is our current vision board. And as of right now, it is completely filled, but as of tomorrow, I will update it because we didn't get to it today. So as of tomorrow, we're going to update it. So we are now an executive team at the Pamper Chef. And if you're new to the Bazaar Bullet Train, we are a bullet train. So we each have, every director has their own wagon, and the different lines are all in their own track. So we have the first track, second track, and third track. But we have plenty more wagons that we would like to fill for our board. So what that means is if you are ready to be the next director, if you're ready to be a future leader within our organization, let me know, because then I would love to put your name on there on this board and help you be part of this organization and get you the more that you're looking for, right?
I just saw Denise raise her hand. That made me smile.
Denise is ready. Okay, all right. So
I know John's ready too.
Yeah, we'll do both, right? Why not? So, all right. So we're going to start doing some training. We have 2 trainings that we're going to cover on this. I'm going to be talking a little bit about how to prospect, how to get bookings, at the party, outside of the party, how to be that Pampered Chef person that everyone wants, okay? And then Troy is going to tell us a little bit about booking, how to get bookings, and ideas on how to fill our calendar, okay? So we know that people will do business with us or with you when they can answer yes to 3 of these questions. Can I trust you? Can you help me? And did we make a connection or begin to build a relationship? Okay, and I posted those 3 things earlier as well. So remember those. So if you're just present and confident in what you do, success will come. So I love when people introduce me and say, hey, this is my friend Claudia. She's the Pampered Chef Queen, or she does Pampered Chef. Okay, I love that because they believe in me and they see me work my business every day. Now, how do you become that Pampered Chef lady that everyone talks about? First of all, you can't quit. You just don't give up. My favorite quote, which some of you might already know that, to this day is still, you can only fail if you quit. So try some things that you will hear tonight on this meeting, but don't give up after only doing it once or trying it out for 2 days. It's all about doing it consistently. This whole business is about doing it consistent. And that's what's going to bring in the results. As several of you know, I've moved my business twice and always had to start from scratch. So what was my main focus? Networking. Okay, so if you're sitting here saying, I've exhausted my contact list or no one wants to host, it's time to fill it up with new contacts. If I did it twice with knowing no one at my new location, you can too. And I know there's people on this call right now that have moved their business and can vouch for that. So you might have seen, you might see lots of people on Facebook or on the website that I like to call like the Pampered Chef celebrities, okay? The top sellers and recruiters in this company. And you might think, wow, they're so special. I could never do what they do. And yes, you can totally do that. You can do what they do. You know what it is that we do? We show up for work every day and treat this business like a business. So when you change your mindset to making this business work for you no matter what, you will see with the change of your attitude, your business will grow. So why did it work for me? Because there was no doubt that it wouldn't. This is my business and my family depends on this income. So it just has to work. There's no other way. So if you start looking at it this way and giving up is not an option, you will see how quickly your business can just boom. So I'm going to share with you some ways I use to network, my go-to ways for networking. So one of my favorite ways to network are vendor events. So my biggest suggestion is for you to book yourself some vendor events in your area or even within a 60-minute drive so you can get into a new circle. You can find them in different ways. And I know we have lots of directors that do them, and you can ask your directors for even more feedback on that. But I like to go on Craigslist and search under events or community for craft vendors, fairs, or bazaars. So you can Google your town and surrounding towns and festivals or wine fest or now upcoming holiday bazaars and more. You can go on Facebook, and when you click on events, on the right-hand side, you're going to see suggested events local to you. And I always ask them if they're looking for vendors. You can also call your local schools and find out when their spring bazaars, not spring, their holiday bazaar. So lots of events will be popping up now for this fall time, but you need to be looking for them now because they're going to be November, December, but you need to look for them now so you can get your spot reserved. Once you are in a few vendor events, you can ask other vendors, what events are you doing that are coming up, and join those. And before I even arrived at my new location, I had several vendor events already lined up. I planned ahead because if I had waited until I got here, I would have lost another 2 months of business. So you absolutely have to be in front of your table when you do vendor events, and you have to talk to your customers as they walk by. So you can just sit behind your table and play with your phone and expect people to come up and say, hey, I want to book a show, or I want to join your team. So when you do these vendor events, you get yourself some comfy shoes and you just put yourself out there. And I like to ask questions like, hey, are you familiar with Pampered Chef? What's your favorite product? How long have you had it? Have you seen these new, this hot new fall line? And just chit chat with them and share your specials in like a quick 1-minute commercial. Because again, what you're doing is you're building that connection and you're beginning to build that relationship. So at a show, you want to connect with your customers, okay? So if you're doing cooking shows, I don't even put my apron on until the show starts. So make sure you are set up by the time people start arriving, okay? Don't be the one that's hiding in the kitchen because you don't want to talk to anyone. So greet them at the door and start a small talk with them. Where do you work? How old are your kids? And so on. Connect with them in more ways than just Pampered Chef. Try and find a common ground. Try to use their name in conversations and throughout the show. Remembering their name will help build that relationship. Remember, people will book with you or join your team because they like and trust you. Something I do is after a party, I add every guest on Facebook to easily stay in touch with them. Not everyone will accept your requests, but most do. I make sure I don't advertise too much on Facebook. I will do like live videos with products I'm using or recipes I'm cooking, or I might share pictures of my children cooking in the kitchen. I do this to get them excited about products without necessarily selling it to them. So I don't post, buy this or I need a host for this. Sell them Pampered Chef by showing them how they can use it every day. And don't try and rush that relationship. Don't add them and then message them saying, hey, let's book a party. But build that relationship and find common grounds. So, if you're adding people on Facebook, just remember to stay neutral on your Facebook. If you're a business owner, don't get into, crazy debates, and always think, what will my customers think if I post this? So my golden rule of thumb is 1 Pampered Chef post to every 10 personal posts. Okay, so make sure your Facebook is still personal and people are able to get to know you. You also want to network with your hosts and build that relationship. So when you touch base with them to talk about their upcoming party, don't go straight to business. Find ways to connect with them. Are you enjoying the nice weather? Are you enjoying your vacation? Are you getting, ready for the holidays? How was your weekend? Anything like that. So care about your hosts and treat them well, because they will refer you to their friends. I always leave my shows with giving my hosts a hug. Love on them and make them feel special. If they like you and enjoy working with you and know you take your business serious, they will not cancel on you. So how can you get bookings and meet new people while you are out and about? Okay, that might be a tough one for some. So always be open for business. So wear your logo wear, and if you don't have logo wear, then maybe you'll just walk around with a season's best or some catalogs, and just be intentional about new contacts. Make sure you dress to impress. I'm not saying wear a fancy dress, but just look nice and clean. And no yoga pants unless you just came from the gym, right? As you're chatting with the lady at the bank, the hairdresser, the grocery store, all these people that you come in contact with on a daily basis, at the school, now that school's starting, compliment them and just say, hey, oh my God, I love your shirt, or, your bracelet or whatever. And then just whip out a summer helper with a sticky note on them. So I like to use the mini catalogs now that they're back, or old catalogs or recipe cards with a sticky note on them, and just ask them if they're familiar with Pampered Chef. Ask them some questions like, do you have a consultant you're working with? Because we don't want to step on anyone's toes. What's your favorite product? And tell them that each month you do a drawing for all the contacts you meet while out and about. And if they can just jot down their information on the sticky note, you can enter them in that drawing. That way now you have a new contact to follow up with. So I encourage you all to try it out this week. Get some old catalogs, mini catalogs, recipe cards, whatever, something to hand out. And the key here is to get their information so you have a contact to follow up. Because I will tell you, I've handed out lots of catalogs when I started and hardly got anything in return, because the fortune in this business is in the follow-up. So don't just hand them a catalog and expect them to call you. So I encourage you all to take some pointers from this meeting today and just give it a shot. Just simply be more intentional about sharing that you are with Pampered Chef. And you will see, once you have done it a few times, your confidence is going to grow. So report back to me, share on our team page, let me know what you have tried, and let me know how you try to network some more this week.
Just a quick note on making for Facebook parties and making them more personal.
Yeah.
So I've been, going live, and I don't do like, okay, today I'm going to make chicken fajitas and do a big, no, I just real quick, like a couple minutes, hey, look, me and the youngest, we're making cookies, yay, this kind of thing, or just something I'm doing. I mean, it's totally spur of the moment. I was doing, the host is in Georgia, and I knew most of the people were in Georgia, and they're watching the Dogs game. So I went live and showed, look, hey, my husband's got this Georgia shirt on, go Dogs. Here we are in Washington setting up, and showed my spread and everything like this. And I mean, that's gotten the most feedback and comments in that Facebook party than anything else that I've done. And these were people who weren't even really participating in games. And so now I'm getting product questions and a couple in more orders and things like that. So try to make it personal in your Facebook parties too, because sometimes I think that, we just set it up, or we're just, we're doing the post and it's product, and it just gets, that can, just like in a regular party, they're not, they don't get your personality. So.
Exactly. So you just have to find a way to virtually connect with them to build
Right.
that
As
relationship.
a follow-up to Karen's, I actually did a live video on the Bazaar Bullet Train page a week or so ago about how to download your live videos from your personal or your business page. And so I've uploaded all of those to YouTube. And so instead of using the same standard product video that everyone else is using, I always use one that I did, because that does let them see my personality. It lets them see me cooking with my son. There's one where my husband was talking about how easy Pampered Chef is to clean up. So they get to know not only me, but my family, and see that this isn't, this is a business that supports my family. I'm not just someone trying to sell a spatula. So if you haven't seen that, search for it. I'm pretty sure that I titled it something easily searchable, like downloading live videos or something like that. Otherwise, just let me know and I'll see if I can find it in my videos.
Awesome. Thanks for that. And, if you're new to Facebook Live and you're like freaking out, and don't, okay? I used to freak out over videos. Just if you're cooking dinner, just pop it on. And you know what? Sometimes my family's upstairs and it's fun to have someone to chat with while you cook dinner. And yeah, don't think about being perfect and having on an apron and makeup done. I mean, as long as you look semi okay, and then maybe the kids pop in, that's okay, But as you're maybe getting the new catalogs or the new products, or you're testing out these new recipes, I would encourage all of you to just go live and maybe bake cookies with your kids or have them play with the pizza set. And it's fun, and yeah, so I hope all of you going to go live this week. Yay. All right, Troy, you ready for your training segment?
Yeah. So, guys, because we are at the beginning of there's someone, can someone mute, is unmuted? Is it April?
Let me see who is April.
I hear a TV in the background.
Okay.
There we go. Thanks. So we are entering our most exciting selling season of the year. Any time is a good time to have a Pampered Chef party, but I think this is the most exciting time for us as Pampered Chef consultants, because people are starting to shop for the holidays and they're looking for ideas, and we are full of them. And so the only way to share those ideas, though, is to make sure we have bookings on our calendar. And Claudia shared several tactics that I have been using. I just completed my second long distance move in 8 months. However, in this location, I actually have a couple of friends and a couple of contacts and had a party set up. Well, I thought I was coming on a trip here, and then we ended up moving here. So I actually had a party set up for when I was planning to travel here. And I want to share that, I know that we say a lot of the same things over and over again, but I think it's important. At that party, I did the dice booking game, and I got to tell you, I don't love the dice booking game. Okay. I stumble over my words when I lead it. I clearly have people who do not understand everything, like the way it works, that participate anyway, which is fine, or sometimes don't. And they were like, oh, I didn't realize that at the end. So I'm not standing there doing this perfectly, but I really want to encourage you to do the dice booking game. And if you haven't seen it, there's some YouTube videos about the dice booking game. And there's some files of literally what to say. And when I remember, I changed notebooks, and somehow the instructions that I read to people when I read it from a form were not there at that last party. I'm telling you, I've done this game several times and I still was tripping over the words because I didn't have it. So even if you're reading from the paper, that is okay. But I really want to encourage you to try the dice booking game, because it gets people involved. It gets people excited. And people are rolling for a grand prize. And what I do, the grand prize that I offer is I say either a brownie pan or the personal pizza stone, because if someone already has the brownie pan, I want them to know that they get an equally wonderful grand prize. And I kind of introduce it by saying, listen, there are 3 options of what you can earn, or of what you can win when you play this game. And the first one is the grand prize, and the grand prize is a brownie pan. And if you win the grand prize, guess what? I am going to add that to your order, and I am going to pay for it, and I'm going to make you take that home. And then I let them know that the other option that they have is to pick a prize. And if they pick a prize in their envelope, then I am going to pass out my grab bag, and they actually get to look in it. They don't have to close their eyes and stick their hand in it. They actually get to choose what they want. And I'm going to make them take that prize home. And then if they get the third option, which is book a party and get pampered, that means they get to have me at their house, and we're going to schedule a date that they can get together with their friends, and we can have as much fun at their house as we're having tonight. And usually I kind of, before I even start the game, I ask if everyone's having a good time, because you want to kind of get that going and let them think about what a great time they're having, and think about who was missing tonight that would love this. And that's kind of how it starts. And then I give everybody the option to pass or to play. And I usually say pass first, because a lot of times people will say the second thing, no matter what it is. And I walk around to each person with dice, which I have like 2 from the dollar store, 2 big rubbery dice. And people roll them on the floor, and then, people get excited, or, people roll them into people, and it's a lot of fun. And, but it's still, sometimes it makes people nervous to run the game. I want to encourage you. My first party I did here in North Carolina was, about 5 days after we moved here, and I booked 4 parties from that one party, which is a great way to get your business launched in a new place. And the other thing I'm doing also is I'm looking for vendor events. I'm signed up for one at the end of this month, which is it's like a barbecue, barbecue brews and blues. And apparently where I live, there are a lot of local breweries. I've only known of one, didn't know that there were so many. And so I'm excited because they only have 10 vendors there. And I was chosen as one of the vendors because what I do is, actually matches what they're doing. So, but there's other opportunities. I've been talking to other people in direct sales about creating our own events, about getting in on other events and other business networking events that are happening around town. And when I launched my business in Minnesota 8 months ago, I did the same thing, and I had family there, and not one of my family members booked a party the entire 8 months we were there. And so the reason I share that with you is because I want you to know that you don't have to have family resources in order to get your business off the ground. And Karen just did the same thing. I booked vendor events. I got on Facebook, and I connected with people in different vendor groups on Facebook to try and find my way and get into vendor events and find out the lay of the land and connect with people that way. And at the vendor events, I am in front of my table. I am not behind it. I'm inviting every single person who walks by to enter my drawing for free Pampered Chef. And then if they ask me what it is, I usually say a free cooking show, or I haven't decided yet. I've got lots of free stuff to give away. And then following up and offering them a party. And so with those, you might book more parties than you hold, but you're still making contacts. You're still putting yourself out there. And, I have also booked virtual parties from those as well that have helped build my business. So I just want to encourage you, if you feel like, you don't have family around that you can count on to get your business off the ground, you can do it without having that safety net. It is absolutely possible to do. I did it once. I'm doing it again. And the other thing is those out and about. And I actually just purchased, I apologize that I don't have anything in here. It's actually in my car, but I just purchased a bag. And I actually have a Pampered Chef crossbody bag that I earned from Claudia about a year ago that I've started using now that we have mini catalogs again. But I also have a bag that allows me to show a catalog in it. It's from a company called Lucy Bags. And on one side, I have the catalog, and then on the other side, there are smaller pockets, and I can put things like business cards, recipe cards, and the emoji cookie cutters in it, because those are a conversation piece. And so while you're out and about, that gives people the opportunity to ask you what that's all about. And then it's an opportunity to talk about your business. The other thing that I had wished I had done, just even when you're talking to people on checkout, making sure you have those recipe cards on you. If someone has offered you good service in a restaurant or in a grocery store in the checkout line, gift them a recipe card, because you know what? We're all looking for new recipes to infuse in our routine. And those are openings for talking. And again, you do want to ask, can you follow up with them, to see how it went? Or are they interested in being, added to your business page or VIP group on Facebook? These are a lot of booking shows is a lot of times the result, like Claudia said, of starting a conversation and kind of leading it in that direction. And it may not even happen that first time. But I just want to encourage you guys to have those conversations. And it's like a muscle when you're out and about. It's like when you go to the gym, you have to exercise that muscle, and you have to strengthen that muscle by making sure that you're out there, putting yourself out there, talking about it. And the more you do that, the easier it becomes, and the more opportunities you see in your day-to-day life of where you could have a conversation of something that might make a difference for someone where your business applies.
Awesome.
You can always do like so on the live bookings video that I made earlier, if that's something you're not feeling overly motivated about, you can make a deal with yourself. Like, okay, if I talk to 5 new people today, I'm going to do this for myself, or something, something like that, to give yourself your own little motivation. So, I work for Starbucks. So, well, I don't work for Starbucks, but that's always my motivator. That's what I
You reward yourself with Starbucks.
Exactly. That's what I reward myself. Like, okay, I don't feel like talking to 10 people, but if I talk to 10 people, I'm getting a Starbucks. I am getting that pumpkin spice latte. Yeah.
And Karen's bringing up a good point. You need that motivation, which eventually, which technically equals to your why. Why do you want bookings? Why do you want to be that pampered chef lady that everyone talks about? Why do you want to make this business work for you and your family? Why do you want to be successful? Or why do you want to reach a certain goal? And that's really the ultimate key to this whole business. If you don't have a strong why, and your why can change, it can change throughout the years, the months, whatever. But if you don't have that strong why, there's not going to be anything pushing you. There's, it's like, okay, well, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But the most successful people have a strong why, something that if everything around you falls apart, you're still focused because you have that specific reason of why this has to work. Okay. All right. And we'll stay on later. We'll close the recording for questions and all that. So, we have Lori going to tell us about the monthly specials real quick. Lori, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
Start with the one that's most exciting to me is our sales promotion. If we sell over $750 or over, we get the new apron. I'm really excited about that. Woohoo! Okay. Guest specials for September. Oh, now my computer's not working. Okay. Guest specials for September. If
I have the apron. I forgot I was going to wear it.
I'm really jealous that you have the apron. Do you have that because you're an executive director? Is that one of
I
the
told you we have benefits. I get to dangle the carrot now. Look.
Oh, that's a nice.
I have October's incentive, but I won't show you. It's really nice. Like, seriously, it's like softer. It's not like hard like the other one. It's almost like a dishcloth. Like, it's nice. Really classy. Sorry. Go ahead.
That's okay. That's okay.
Is it like leggings, the LuLaRoe leggings, soft, like butter, like?
I wish.
Oh my gosh. Don't get me started on that stuff.
When our guests spend $75 with us, they will get either a 29 minutes to dinner, julienne peeler, set of rubs, Greek and lemon pepper, a bamboo spoon set, cookie sheet, or sweet treats scraper, which is cute too. Okay, host specials for September. Once the party, oh, look at my computer's going crazy. Once the parties hit 200, the host can choose from either the glass mixing bowl set, a large baker, a shallow baker, the stainless steel 8-inch saute pan, or the stainless steel 1.5 quart covered saucepan. That's pretty sweet. Guest sales recruiting. Oh, this is pretty neat too. When you recruit and your new recruit gets $12.50 in sales, they will get the new pie plate, the whipped cream maker, and a slice and serve for the month of September when you recruit.
Awesome. And I just tried out the whipped cream maker. If you don't have it yet, holy moly, it worked for me in like less than 30 seconds. I was like, wow, that was the craziest thing I've ever seen. So
I had a friend come over for lunch today, and then my landlord came over for lunch, and then I made 6-minute brownies after lunch, and we just put whipped cream on them. Guys, in less than a minute, we have whipped cream.
Wasn't that crazy? Like, I was like, literally like, it works. Like, oh my God, like it works. Like, I was like, I thought,
milk. It froths milk too.
crazy.
You can make your own little latte.
Crazy.
I
So-
made chocolate whipped cream.
Ours was coffee. Ours was coffee on a
Did you use instant coffee or what?
no coffee extract. You know,
Oh,
like
good,
we use vanilla
good.
extract, but coffee extract. On that, what is that fireball brownie? Oh my gosh, that's so good. But
Mexican.
you can use it, guys, if you're doing chocolate lava cakes or any kind of dessert. Any dessert is good with whipped cream.
Exactly. And
So it's a great thing to add on and bring to your parties, and to get bookings and to get, people are really interested and excited about that little tool.
And if you don't have any of the new products, and if you want to get these new products, and if you want to introduce everyone to the new catalog, you have to have a fall launch with the new catalogs, okay? So you have a fall launch, you pass around the catalogs, you try a new recipe, you are the host, just like you were probably for your launch party. So now you get to earn all the new products with you, sorry, Troy's throwing me off. With you being the host. Can everyone else hear me? Can you raise a hand? Okay, good. Okay, just making sure we're still on. Okay, so now it's time for one of my favorite parts, recognition. So for August recognition, I'm going to share my screen, and Karen is going to give us a shout out to everyone that made these categories, right? All right, Karen, you ready?
Woo, I'm ready.
Okay. And here goes number 1. Can you see that?
Okay, so who had over $1,000 shows? Director Lori Bedwell, advanced director.
Oh no, I totally no, it's because it says director in general, directors. Okay. Yeah, you're good. I'm good.
So then we also had the consultants, Twana, is it Shoemaker? How do you say that?
I think it's Shoemake.
Okay, and then Stephanie Fritz also had over $1,000 shows. Yay!
Yay! So I know Lori's on. Lori, do you want to share real quick what you did to get 2 over $1,000 shows? That's pretty impressive.
Yes, thank you.
I don't even remember the first one, honestly. The second one was the 30% off sale. I had that the day before the 31st, and I messaged people in between running errands, and people were messaging me up until the next morning, and I was putting orders in, and I was like, people, I'm getting to the point where I can't afford this now. You're killing me. But I was like, well, I'll get lots of free stuff, and my team will definitely benefit from this. So
Awesome. Woohoo. Congratulations.
that was the first one. The other one must have been host coaching, because I don't think it was mine. I think it was one of my customers.
Okay. Awesome. All right. And then we have our August top sellers.
So,
Top 5.
Top five directors were Lori Bedwell, woo-hoo, Troy, Terry Strutton, me, and Jody Reagan. And
Look
then
at those numbers.
look at that. And then the top 5 consultants were Chessie Whiff, and Sharon Keene, and they're both on Dee's team. And John, where's John at? Woo, good job, John. Allison Hermanson.
Allison's on too. Yay, Allison.
Yay, Allison. Woo! And Twana also. Yay, good job, guys. Awesome.
Awesome job. So if you want to be on this list next month, you kind of know what to go for. And then we have, nope, that's the wrong slide. This one, okay.
Oh, writing. Okay, sorry. Okay, and then for recruiters, so top 5 directors were Troy with 2 recruits, and Jody, Aaron, and Brianne each had 1 recruit. And then for consultants, 1 recruit each were Casey Barbarito, Lisa Prout, Sarah Dumas, and Sharon King.
Yay, and we have some of these people on tonight too. So congratulations. All right, and then, so who is on if you earned, oh, that's your thing, the holiday thing.
It's my thing.
Yeah, okay, so if you're here and you earned the new holiday products and submitted $750 last month, wave your hand, and I hope you all got them already because they're really, really cool and pretty.
That wine opener is amazing. I'm just going to say that.
It is life-changing.
It is. It is.
I need to go buy some wine.
It is.
Yes, it is life-changing.
When did you guys all get them?
I got mine early last week.
Oh,
Like
no.
the week before.
I got mine last week.
They usually, when did you hit 750 last month?
Yeah,
When did you hit it? Do you know?
mid-month.
Oh, so you should have gotten it by now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't. I'll call and double
I
check.
would call.
Yeah.
Well, Allison, you know they love you.
Yeah, they love shipping me things.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and
I'll
call
call
them.
Ron.
Go call them.
Yeah.
All right. So then, Karen, you ready for the last category? So let's go.
Okay, top incentive points achievers. So this is where we're sitting for trip points to go either on the cruise or to Mexico. So Troy is sitting at 38,989 points, and I am going to catch her, Troy.
Go get her.
Absolutely going to catch you. And then we have Brianne with 28,189. Lori is at 27,967, and Terry Stretton at 24,930.
And if you are new and you have no idea what we're talking about, so every year with Pampered Chef from January 1st until December 31st, you're eligible to earn a all-inclusive trip, either to the Bahamas or Mexico. And even if you joined yesterday or today, if that's something that you want to do, it's not impossible to still earn a trip. Or if you have 10,000 something points or whatever. If that's one of your goals, now is crunch time because you have September, you have October, you have November, and you have December. And those are the highest selling season of Pampered Chef, with no doubt. So if that's something you want to go for and you want to earn a trip for you and your husband or you and your significant other or sister, whatever, or with you and your kids, you can buy in your children or plus 1, 2, 3, whatever, then just reach out to me or reach out to your director and we can come up with a game plan. It's all about setting that, making that decision to making it happen, whatever it is, promotion, incentive, whatever, and then working out a plan step by step on how you're going to get there. Alrighty, so I am looking forward to cruising and laying at the beach with all of them. John's wife wants a trip. All right, tell the wife to call us and we'll get her a trip. Okay, and we're nearing the end. So Liz, it's your turn.
All right, so we are going to do a little drawing here. I've been writing down people's names as they've been popping in and out. And this is one of the new glazed bowls. It's good for drawings. And this is just for a little something that Claudia will send out. You do have to be present to win. So if I pull someone's name that has gotten off the call for whatever reason, I will draw again. Okay?
So you have to stay until the end. So who's going to get a surprise goodie? Let me know and I'll write it down so I don't forget. Because that tends to happen.
Oh, it is phone number 603, but that person is gone.
Is she gone?
Yeah.
All right. 603 still on?
Is that you?
No, 603 was Emily. 603 is
I
gone.
wish it was me.
Okay.
Pick me.
Don't confuse me.
You're getting enough surprises from me this month. Go ahead, Liz. Draw another one.
I pulled out two, so I have to.
This one.
Lisa P.
Yay!
Yeah. Oh, sorry. There it is.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Woo!
Woo! And our next virtual meeting every first Monday of the month will be October 3rd, same time, same place. And then always, if you have a local director, always reach out to them and see if you guys have a get together as well. All right, so this is the official part. So I'm going to turn off the recording, and then whoever wants to stay on, or if you have questions, now is the time.